How to move Avios between British Airways, Qatar, Iberia, Aer Lingus, and Finnair. That's kind of a mouthful. There's a lot of different airlines that use the Avios program. This is pretty unique that there are several different airlines that use the same reward currency, and you can kind of mix and match and move them around. But how do you do it?
Yeah, I'll show you that in a second. First, I'm going to add there's also another one, a new one called Loganair. That's a regional UK airline that you can move points to and from as well. So let me share my browser and I'll show you how it works. So to get started with this, you're going to want a British Airways loyalty account. You're going to want accounts in all the different programs that you're interested in moving points to and from. But I'm starting with saying the British Airways one because that is the ideal kind of hub for your points. Because from the British Airways account, you can move points from any of the other programs and then to other programs. So even if you want to move points between, let's say, Iberia and Aer Lingus, if you've set up your British Airways account correctly, what you could do is move the points first to British Airways and then to that other one. By making it two hops. Now, you can do those things in most cases directly as well, but not in all cases. So that's why I like to just start with British Airways. It makes things, I think, simpler.
Agreed. Making things simple is nice, so I like that. So, and I think Greg's point there is great that it's kind of a not a smooth experience with all of the airlines, but the British Airways website is pretty smooth, easy, straightforward, not too tough to do this stuff.
Yeah. The other thing I should have mentioned at the outset is when you create each of those accounts, make sure your profile is exactly the same between all of them. Use the same email address. Use your name spelled and hyphenated and spaced in exactly the same way. Make sure your phone number and home address are all identical, or else this is not going to work for you.
I think
All
maybe
right.
even if you have like an inadvertent space at the end of something, it could cause a problem. So just make sure, double
Some of
check,
these are
triple check.
really picky. Also, some of the programs have rules about the account has to be open for, let's say, 6 months. I don't remember what the exact rules are, but before you can make these movements, back and forth between these programs. So that's something else to just watch out for. All right. So you go to your British Airways account, you log in. Now, how do you find the combine your Avios page? Because that's what you need to do is find that page. And a way to do it, there may be other ways, I don't know, is to go to the manage menu and under the British Airways Club, click on my account. And that'll bring you to your account. Once you're there, click on membership and just scroll down till you find the collect Avios section. And under combine my Avios, click on learn more. Now you're at the combine your Avios page. And here it has different sections for different programs. So if you want to move your Avios between British Airways and either Iberia Plus or Aer Lingus Air Club, you click on this combine my Avios link. If you want to move between British Airways and Qatar, you've got this one. Finnair, you've got this link. And Loganair, you've got a link down here. I'm going to go to the top one, the Iberia Plus and Air Club, which has a single link for the two programs. And what you see is you'll see your British Airways balance on the left, and you'll see an option to select a program on the right. And here you could select either Iberia Plus or Avios Partners. That Avios Partners is Aer Lingus. And I know that's confusing, but that's just something you need to know. So I'll go ahead and pick that. So here what you need to do for username and password is enter your own username and password for Aer Lingus's program, not for British Airways. And then click login and continue. And here you see you have your British Airways points balance on the left and your Aer Lingus points balance on the right. And now you can decide which way do you want to move the points. In this case, what I want to do is move my Aer Lingus, my 25,000 Avios from Aer Lingus over to British Airways. So down here where it says which way do you want to transfer Avios, Avios Partners to British Airways. How many? I'm going to do 25,000.
And to be
click
clear, we know
review.
that this is Aer Lingus because he clicked the button to transfer either Iberia or Aer Lingus. And so then the drop down was either Iberia or this other thing. And so it's not that you're going to have to remember, oh, Avios Partners means Aer Lingus. You would have already clicked the button to choose between those two airline programs.
That's right. Okay, and then once you've clicked to combine the points, it has you, confirm that you really want to do that. I'll confirm. And there you go. That's all there is to it. I've moved 25,000 Avios from my Aer Lingus account to British Airways Executive Club. All right, I'm not going to step through all the possible ways to move points from and to the British Airways account, but let's look at one more. Let's look at Qatar. So, just like above, we had the ability to combine my Avios. This one, though, is under the Qatar Airways Privilege Club banner. And I'm going to go ahead and move some points to Qatar, even though it's not necessary. Qatar is the one rare British Airways partner where you can, once you've linked your British Airways and Qatar accounts, you can keep your points in the British Airways account and log into Qatar's website and book awards using the points in your British Airways account. So that was a long way of saying it's not necessary to move your British Airways points to Qatar, but I'm going to show you how to do it anyway. Worst case, you might want to actually move the points the other way. That might have make more sense if you've earned some Qatar points and you want to sort of centralize them all in your British Airways account. If you haven't already linked your accounts, there will be an option here to link your British Airways and Qatar accounts. I've already done it, so here it just shows me that they're linked. And then as I scroll down more, it shows the ability to move my points. So it says I actually have 100,000 Avios in my Qatar account. So I'm going to just move them all to my British Airways account. There's no reason to keep points over there.
Now, to be clear, if you wanted to do this in the other direction, that up, down, clicky button there to the right is how you would switch which direction you're moving.
Right. So I guess the one on top is the one you're moving from, and the one on the bottom is the one you're moving to. So I will transfer Avios. And there you go. That was all that it took to move all of those 100,000 points to my British Airways account. And I'm done.